follow me on my Instagram at Auto Reviewer, as I'll be posting regular content over there. And do hit that post notification bell and turn on the post, stories, videos, reels notification on, so that whenever I post a content, you get notified. Before we get on with this video, I would like to give a huge shout out to the Sagar Motors Tata showroom situated in Noida for helping me out with this shoot. And I'd suggest, if you have any queries regarding their cars, please feel free to drop them a call or visit the showroom. They'll be happy to help you. I'll leave all the details in the description. Hey guys, welcome to another vlog, and today in my hand is the key for this Tata Safari Gold Edition. Doesn't this car look beast of an SUV? So this particular car with me over here is a Gold Edition for the Tata Safari, and I have this in automatic transmission. So the prices for this car starts from rupees 26.6 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi and ranges up to rupees 28.3 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. Now let us start from the engine bay of this car. So let me open the engine bay. For that you have to open the door, and there is this lever over there. You have to pull that. The bay pops up. Now so this is the 2-liter 4-cylinder Cryotech turbocharged engine, which produces 170 PS of power and 350 Newton meter of torque. The engine bay is quite huge, I would say. Like, see, it occupies so much of the space. This car also gets the insulation pad right over here, and yeah, that's about it. So let me close this. Straight up front we see this is the Gold Edition, hence you see the gold treatment across the grille with this tri-arrow pattern and the Tata logo sitting right in center. You get this indicators, which in turn switches to the LED DRLs when the indicator is off over here, and down here you see, notice the main headlamps, which are not LED unfortunately, it is the projector as well as the xenon headlamps. You get gold line over here as well. And below you get this fog lamp, which have the cornering function as well. Even though this is a massive car, but they have not offered any front parking camera or even the front parking sensors. I believe this car doesn't even have the 360-degree camera as of now, but in future we can't say, because they might come up with another variant. So you get this black treatment over here, which is of plastic skid plate, so that the engine could have the air intake from here. Now let's head to the side of this car. You first notice how long and massive this car is. So let's start from the tires. You get this black finished alloy wheels, which are on 18 inches, and the tire profile is 235/60 R18s. Coming up, you notice you get this black finished, actually this car is black, so you get the ORVM over here with the indicator placement, and this car doesn't even get the camera right over here, nor even the puddle lamp. So yes, I believe this car doesn't have the 360-degree camera view, but no worries, let's head on. You get this gold treatment on the door handles, request sensors on both the sides. You get non-functional roof rails as well, and a huge panoramic sunroof. There is some gold treatment right over there, gold treatment on the rear door handles as well. You get a fuel tank behind this, which is of the capacity 50 liters. And attention to detail is quite massive. You see Safari is engraved in this gold finish over here as well. Now let's pop to the back, and before that you get the shark fin antenna over here as well. So now let's pop to the back, and this is where this car is much resembling to the Discovery 5. Not the Discovery Sport, but Discovery 5. It is based on the Range Rover platform. So now let's get back to the rear. From the rear you notice you get this gold for the logo as well as the Safari badging. You get reverse parking camera right over here, and you get reverse parking sensors. They are very less in number, but no worries. You also get a reverse mounted wiper, a high mounted fog lamp. The tail lights of this car are pretty unique and nice to look at. You get this halogen for the indicator, LED strips for the brake light, and LED for the reverse light as well. Coming down, you notice this plastic skid plate over here, which have this fake exhausts for the vents, and same is over here. You see, so the real exhaust lies somewhere down here. That is the spare wheel of the car, which is of the configuration 235/70 R16s. Now let us open the boot of this car. For that you have a button over here. The horn pops up and you can easily pull this up. So this car is 6-seater configuration, and this is how the inside the cabin looks like, and this is what the boot space is like. It's very little, close to nothing. I believe you cannot even keep your bags over here because that will intrude in the closing of the door. You get the light placement right over here, a toolkit over here. Now let me topple down the seats to increase the boot capacity to about 410 liters. For that you have this lever, you just pull this and push the seat down. Same is over here, pull it and push the seat down. So the boot capacity now is 447 liters, but if I topple down those two seats as well, it will increase up to 910 liters. Quite big, right? So from here I'll show you like what is there if you sit in the third row of this car. You get the blower controls right over here, a bottle holder over here, the AC vent placement is right over there, and the same is over here. You get a cup holder over here, twin USB charging sockets, AC vent over there. Now let me pull back the seat up, this one as well, and close the boot. It is a manual boot, so you have to close it by hand. And yes, the black color quite suits this car. Now let us straight away walk into the rear cabin of this car. Open the door. The door is quite heavy, and this door opening is not the 90-degree doors like they are offering in the Punch and the Tata Altros. But not to worry, this car is quite high, so getting in and out will not be a problem. So before getting in, I would like to show that this car also gets the Isofix child seat mounts, a personal armrest for both the captain seats, a panoramic sunroof which is quite huge, and coming to the door you get this beige treatment which is of the soft plastic, gold treatment around the door handle and the door lock. You get power window switches, a sturdy door handle. This is finished in piano black. This is a compartment to keep your phone. This is a nice bottle holder, decent sized, and some knickknacks to keep in. Now let me get inside this row. And one most important thing is that the Safari Gold is only the one and only car which is offering the ventilated seat buttons for all the front 4 seats. To get into the third row of seats, which is behind the second row, you have to have a 2-step operation for this seat to topple or to come down. That is, first you have to pull this lever to make this seat upright, and then you need to pull that lever and give this seat a push. and then the path opens from here. But this, I think, will not be comfortable for any elderly people or very tall people like me. But the seats look comfortable, but they lack quite a bit of under thigh support. This is one way, and the other way is basically you just keep the seat as it is. Okay, you keep the seat as it is and you walk down the path over here and then in the middle. So it's up to you how you want to sit in the third row. It's better for me, who is 6 foot 4 inches, to not even try to sit in the last row, because I would eventually stuck in that seat and I will not be having enough of leg room, knee room, under thigh support, or even a head room. So I'll be straight away getting into the second row of seats, and so you just need to step in. This car is quite high, so getting in and out is completely easy. Let me close the door. Closes with a proper thud. Now, as I am inside, I like to say that this car feels very, very roomy and airy, all thanks to this panoramic sunroof. I have plenty of leg room to stretch my legs, enough knee room. The under thigh support could be better, and I have good amount of headroom as well. I am 6 foot 4 inches and still my head is not touching the roof. You get this seat which has this lever over here, which the Tata calls the boss mode function. So you can easily get this seat, slide this seat ahead and backwards as per your comfort from your seat. You get the rear AC vents right over here with the gold treatment on this AC vent. You get it's non-adjustable, height adjustable seat belts. You get a handle over here to hold on to, the hook over here, the light placement is over here. There is this portion of storage to keep your phone or wallet, and down here you notice there are 2 USB ports to charge your phone. Apart from that, you get personalized armrest, ISOFIX child seats, and you get the same light placement and a handle to hold on to for the passenger over there. This is what the rear cabin looks like from the second seat, and I think this cabin should be comfortable for kids, but if you have adults traveling, then maybe one adult could sit sideways so that he can also enjoy the journey. This is how the front cabin of the Tata Safari looks like. Now let us step in the front cabin, the front driver's seat, to see what the features are there over light. So let me get up. So you get the speaker from JBL over here. This car gets 6 speakers and 2 tweeters, so the sound quality must be very great. Let me close this. To be very honest, the gold treatment on the black is looking very, very nice. Now you can have a look on the screen for the dimensions of this car. So this car is loaded with plenty features in terms of safety, like it has 6 airbags, it has ABS with EBD, traction control, different types of terrain modes, it has hill start assist, hill hold control, and it also even has disc brakes for all the 4 tires. So yes, it is pretty nice. Let us get straight into the front seats. So you get gold around the door handle, a sturdy handle to close the door, 4 power windows, and a window lock over here. You get a massive bottle holder, another space to keep your maybe some wallet and other knickknacks. Coming over here, you notice you get electrically adjustable, 6-way electrically adjustable driver seat and ventilated seat function button over here. This is the engine start stop button, gold around the AC vents, and let me just get inside. Now I'm inside the cabin of the Tata Safari Gold. You notice this gold emblem right over here, gold around the AC vents, around the instrument cluster, gold around the AC vents, and yeah, you also get this black and gold marble like finish, which is actually plastic but looks very premium. You can see a very sturdy and hefty steering wheel to hold, with audio controls for the infotainment display right over here. You get the MID controls right over here, along with the cruise control. Piano black finishing right over here. Now coming to the center, you get this massive armrest, which has a decent amount of storage, a 12-volt socket, 2 USB plugs over there, and it is actually cooled over there. Twin cup holders, which is having the key right now. You get the auto hold function, electric parking brake, automatic transmission over here, which has this tri-arrow pattern over here. You get this terrain response mode, 5 types of terrain response mode over here, and you get this is the wireless area, wireless charging pad over here. You get one USB for charging over here and one aux for the music. You also get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for this Tata Safari Gold Edition. These buttons are to control the climate in the car, the aircon and other climate functions. This is the emergency lights, these are for the defoggers, and you get the AC vents right over here with this gold accents above it. You get a few buttons over here for the 8-inch infotainment display. These are 2 volume rockers. This, by the way, over here is a part analog, part digital instrument cluster. You also get this automatic headlamps, automatic wipers over here, and all in all, the interior of this cabin looks quite premium, and it feels also not that very cheap, even though this area is hard plastic, but by touching it you can not feel that this is of cheap quality. The steering is nice. This over here is very nice, finish in all piano black, and the gear knob feels very hefty to hold. You also get this auto dimming IRVM over here. This is for the light over here. You get the sunroof function buttons over here, so like if I press this, it will open the sunroof for me. And believe me when I say this sunroof is quite massive when compared to other cars. This is like wider than what is provided in the MG Hector, so you can imagine. Now let me close this. You get this vanity mirror with a light placement for the passenger, as well as a handle to hold on to. You get neither a vanity mirror nor the light placement, and you don't even get the handle for the driver. So okay, so over here you notice this is the ORVM controls, which are placed right over here. You notice? Yeah. So this was basically a short walk around video for you guys. So I unfortunately am not in a position to drive this car to tell you about the drive review, but as far as the walk around is concerned, I am pretty impressed with this car. So now for you, just tell me in comments what are your thoughts about this car, and how would you like to rate this car in terms of comfort, features and safety. Do subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell to never ever miss any updates.